Flames of War brings you the battles of World War II in epic 15mm scale. Go to the hub on beastsofwar.com to find news, tactics, and tutorials about the game. Progress comes to a world of magic as science and the arcane combine to make marvels. Meet steampunk inventors and orc mystics at the Volsung hub on beastsofwar.com.
And hello everybody, we are back for Infinity.
Yeah.
Right, guys, what we're looking at today is the Nazarova Twins, the Kum Enforcers for Haqqislam. They're on the big long bikes. Oh, I'm sorry, the bikes are absolutely beautiful. The curves and lines on these are absolutely glorious.
You still talking about the bikes?
Yes.
You sure about that?
I'm sure about that.
Okay.
I'm very sure about that because the bikes are fantastic. The ladies on top are, of course, up to Infinity standard of a beautiful female miniature, you know. So, jump, crack open the box. I want to get my hands on these.
And these, as you well know, have been painted by Mr. Giráldez.
Yes.
Both my nemesis and my best friend.
Wait, what?
No, I mean, he's a really nice guy, Justin. Clearly no one could replace you.
And suddenly the video got weird. Nah, we're joking.
Aren't we?
Yes, we are. Come on, give me the bits. Give me the bits. Give me the bits.
Right, so there's the two fronts for the bikes and the two rears for the bikes.
Yeah. So, as you can see on close camera, it's metal. So you're going to want to break out your super glue, but seeing the amount of detail they've went into on these again, so that pops on like that, and that gives you your really nice long bike.
Yep. You also have the handlebars and stuff to put in there as well, which are also in a little bag here.
Yeah, but see the detail they've went into on the engine block, you know, it's actually as if it is a big engine that would go into one of these particular type of bikes.
Yeah.
So it looks functional, as well as just being really, really cool and sci-fi. I believe both bikes are the same, just Master Giráldez has been able to paint them incredibly differently to really make them pop and jump out and look as if it's an individual customized vehicle. Right, let's move on to some of the smaller pieces because it's Infinity. They do small bits for really fine detail.
Can I just put it out there straight away? Because we've been doing like several unboxings recently.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that Corvus Belli do to metal what Protoss do to resin. They are probably some of the two finest companies for metal and resin models.
I will agree.
So put it out there.
We have this, which I believe is...
You have to move it over a bit.
On
handlebars!
Handlebars. We then have the exhaust. Actually, tell a lie, that's not the handlebars.
Really?
Because that is the handlebars with a little control console.
Oh.
We then have smoke launchers. More handlebars. More of what these are. I think, do these have packs on them or something? I'm not
Are they
sure.
the feet rests?
Actually, yes, that's the foot rests for our two miniatures. Other exhaust, other smoke launcher, and what appears to be a small back for a
One
seat.
of the seats, which is on the back of that one.
Yes, on the back of the orange bike.
Yes.
So again, it's little details that you can add to just make it individual.
Right, so here we have the parts for the two riders.
Yep. So our first one. Oh, she's lovely. Is our little black-haired lass. So she is rolling around with a big sword, which is, it's almost machete-like.
It is like a really long, extended machete.
Yeah, but it's still really delicate, as you can see on camera, guys. For Infinity, it's always, whenever it's a female miniature, it's really light, delicate weapons. It's one thing I noticed recently. They're rescaling a lot of their weapons so that it looks as if, you know, a female character could hold this gun one-handed, you know, without any issues. There's a bit of flash and stuff on this, but that's what you get with metal.
You could leave the flash on it and paint it as muzzle flare.
You could do. You then have the main body.
Yep.
And I'll assume the head
is in the other baggie.
It's in the other baggie. I was almost going to say we were missing a bit and be very, very annoyed at Carlos, but no, it's fine.
Isn't he lucky that he has someone with eyes?
Yes. Jerk.
Yep. Get on with it.
I'm getting on with it. The bag was defying me. So we have our next one, which is, two little submachine pistols on the hands. They're very nice.
Submachine pistols? Do you mean machine pistols or submachine guns?
It's Infinity. It could be both.
They can't be both.
Fine.
Can't.
Machine pistols is what they look like. Seeing as you're going to be all pedantic and stuff.
Or automatic pistols.
Possibly. We then have the two heads. So we have this one, which is our girl on the orange bike.
Yep.
With the big long flowing hair. We then have our little girl in the yellow top, which has the short little bob cut. They're both very, very beautiful, very cute.
Of course.
And we then have the other body for our Kum Enforcer with the, I don't know, sort of a wrap around the upper body. You know.
Yeah, she's the orange haired girl that has both the guns out.
Yeah. And it's just sort of leaning across the side of it with one leg down onto the ground going, right, let's have you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Infinity. It's beautiful work. You know, it's incredibly detailed metal. It's fine. It's delicate. If you're a competition painter, this is what you want. John, build this.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll go off and attempt to build these and give them some kind of justice, and we'll come back in part 2 with hopefully the completed miniature.
Humanity has been driven from Earth, but now it's time to take it back. Join the Reconquest and fight the Scourge on the Drop Zone Commander Hub at beastsofwar.com. Become a general of mighty armies at the Kings of War Hub. Take command of elves, dwarves and orcs in this game of massed fantasy combat on beastsofwar.com.
Okay, we're back. John, you've built the Kum Enforcers.
Well, you helped a little.
You little bit.
He tried to clean some parts, and then I had to re-clean the parts.
Anyway,
yes.
Standards are not my standards.
All right, come on, let's get the close cam and show these things off.
Yeah,
right?
here the two lovely ladies are. So let's put one of them out of the way for now and start with my favourite of the two.
Start with the long-haired girl.
Yes, honestly, my favourite of the two simply because of the pose.
Yeah.
You know, she's got that very aggressive feel to her.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's just pulled up on her bike and she's about to hose down some idiots, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like she's doing there.
But the pose is gorgeous. Like all the little details you see on the bike. So you've got your smoke launcher / grenade launcher.
Yep.
You've got her. You've got all the little details around the back. It's lovely.
Yep. Absolutely. It's a nice dynamic pose. The body armor on her lower half is excellent. The clothing, for lack of a better phrase, is good as well.
Yes.
For what little there is.
Yes. Well, I don't know. There's enough clothing. She's not in a bikini.
Well, no, there's enough. Yeah, okay, fine. There's enough. But, you know, there's not much there.
Yeah. Then our other lovely little lady.
This one's my favourite.
Really?
Yes.
I can guess why.
Why?
Because she has a sword.
Not because she has a sword. It's because she's holding a shotgun in one hand, ready to blast someone's face off.
Yeah, but this really shows off what I was saying in part 1, that Infinity are designing their guns now, that a female character, she looks as if she could actually hold that gun.
Yes.
You know, it's not a big, ridiculous sci-fi gun that looks as if it would break her arm if she tried to lift it.
Yes, exactly. But they are excellent. They are very nice kits to put together as well. If you are willing to spend a bit of time and clean the parts down really well, and what we've started using some super glue and activator spray, so I mean they go together very, very well.
Yeah. Would you have any tips for anyone building these aside from that?
Be very careful, especially with the swords, because they are delicate as all hell. So you have to just watch that you don't bend the blade as you're putting it in place. The other thing that you'd pointed out earlier was that there's a little bit of a filler between
the actual handlebars.
Between the grip and the actual handle.
Yeah, just here.
Yeah. Now, if you really want to, you could go in and remove those, maybe with a Dremel or something. You couldn't do it with a craft knife because it'll just break off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just leave it in place, to be honest.
So, in other words, unless you're Master Giráldez himself, leave them be.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
But there are two gorgeous, gorgeous little minis, and any Haqqislam player is going to be dying to get their hands on these.
I think anybody should be dying to get their hands on these, just simply as a painting piece, because they are absolutely gorgeous.
It's what Infinity do best, is beautiful women.
Yeah.
And big stumpy robots.
Yeah, well, that too. Yeah. But this from a painting perspective has everything you could possibly put into a miniature. You've got skin, you've got cloth, you've got body armor, you've got weapons, you've got hair, which is a pain for me sometimes. But then you move on to the bike, you've got possible chipping on the paintwork. You have the paintwork itself, obviously. So you could do lots of freehand on there. You've got the tires, so you've got your weathering. There's where your pigment powders can come in.
You have
a whole scope of stuff you can put onto them.
You've got the little control console here, so if you're actually wanting to experiment doing little lit up panels and stuff.
If you're ridiculously good at freehand and like doing glow effects, there's exactly where you can put that. There is tons you can do with these things.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Guys, that was the Kum Enforcers for Haqqislam. They are gorgeous little minis. The guys at Infinity have knocked it out of the park again. I think myself and John are going to move on here. We'll see what else we can find, and we will see you in the next video.
Fight for the Iron Kingdoms as a warcaster. Take control of the mighty jacks, arcane devices, and dark sorceries to bring the fight to the War Machine Hub on beastsofwar.com. In a world controlled by massive corporations, a steady aim and split-second decisions are needed for your Megacon to complete its goals. Begin your missions at the Mercs Hub on beastsofwar.com.